Looking ahead now to Super Bowl Sunday, exactly 1 week from today. Now we are joined by Bob Babbit, who, well, the Challenged Athletes Foundation, they're spreading awareness during this year's game. That's because of a very special commercial.
Yes.
Hey, Bob, good to see
Ellie.
you.
How are you?
Fantastic. So this is how many years now that you guys have been involved in
doing Super Bowl ads? I started doing it actually when I did a documentary called We Are Triathletes, and I was trying to think of something cool to do to promote the launch of the film, and a buddy of mine who was I'd worked with, a marketing director at a place called Allen Taylor in New York.
Yeah.
He said, why don't you buy a Super Bowl ad? I said, well, because I don't have like $10 million. He
Right.
says, no. You can buy a regional ad in a small market and create buzz around the fact that you bought a Super Bowl ad. And I was like, oh, so that's what we did. So we did one for We Are Triathletes in the smallest market in the country. Cost me $300 for a Super Bowl ad, but we ended up in the New York Daily News. We ended up getting media all over the country. And then when we launched the Landis Sims movie, We Are Triathletes, we did one for Landis. Last year when Parker Bird became the first amputee to play Division I baseball, we did one for Parker that just aired in Greenville, and Landis has actually aired in Cooperstown, New York, home of the Hall of Fame. And this year with Elijah Shultz, we're in Joplin, Missouri, which is where he lives.
Yeah, and so tell me a little bit, because the amazing part about this is, yes, the ad will only air in Joplin area, but it's about Elijah's story.
Totally.
And so tell me a little bit about Elijah.
Sure. Elijah was born in Ghana, missing a leg below the knee, and also had his fingers were fused. He really had 3 functioning fingers, and he was adopted by this amazing family, the Shultz family, he was in an orphanage in Ghana, and he comes to this country, and they lengthened his index fingers, separated the other fingers, and now he is a starting quarterback. He's 13 years old, 7th grader, starting quarterback in his grammar school football team.
Yeah.
Starting pitcher and center fielder. He's not just participating; he's a star, which is really something very new for us in a mainstream sport. For a kid who's an amputee and has fused fingers, unfused now, but he's starring, and this is a kid who could star in high school in both sports, which is awesome.
That's incredible, and just the opportunity to share his story.
Yes.
That's what this is all about, and the great work the Challenged Athletes does for so many individuals, because people may not realize that the prosthetics aren't a lot of times covered by insurance, right?
They aren't.
They're very expensive.
Yep. And
so in order to be able to compete in sports, to be able to have the opportunity, it's Challenged Athletes that help them be able to do that.
Well, level the playing field, because here's someone like Elijah. He received his first prosthetic from us when he was 4.
Yeah.
It used to be what doctors would tell the parents, hey, wait till your child finishes growing, because these things are $15,000. So wait till your child's 14 before you get them a prosthetic. Well, you wait that long, all of a sudden your child is the last kid picked. He or she feels lesser than. Well, Elijah, when he got his prosthetic when he was 4, he slept with it.
Yeah.
He slept with the prosthetic. And
so
now
amazing.
He's a star athlete. And just the way it makes you feel comfortable in your own skin. When you are an amputee or you're somebody who's wheelchair bound, every time you leave the house, you don't blend. The spotlight is on. And you either embrace it or you shrink from it. And what I love about our CAF kids is they embrace it and understand this is what makes me different in a good way.
Right, and being able to showcase that and showcase the amazing athletes that you get to work with on a regular basis is so special.
The best. Watching our athletes, just received some photos of a young man named Carson Fox, who we got a running prosthetic a few years ago. He's running at the University of Alabama. And just seeing our kids, because it goes beyond sport. You want success in life, and sport is a conduit to that. So if you get somebody prosthetic leg, and like I said, we've now raised $180 million, sent out over 48,000 grants to challenged athletes in all 50 states, 73 countries, and 105 different sports. We've sent out grants now. Our first grant for wheelchair pickleball went out last year.
Wow. Well, and so Bob, if people want to watch the Super Bowl ad on Elijah, where can they do that?
Wow, that is a good. We'll probably put it up on both on Challenge Athletes Foundation. We'll have it up there on our YouTube channel.
Okay.
But unless you're in Joplin, Missouri, you're not going to see it during the
Right.
Super Bowl show.
Right.
But
Okay. So follow your social medias.
My social media, Challenge
Okay.
Athletes Foundation social media, Bob Babbit social media. It'll be out there.
And just another opportunity. And when is your next grant night?
Well, we have grants we'll be sending out. Last year we sent out, we sent out 4,500 grants totaling $8.1 million. And that will happen end of March. We'll be sending out our 2025 grants.
I knew it was coming up.
Yes, because you co-hosted
Yes,
our
I
grant
have,
night.
yeah.
We haven't had a grant night in San Diego since COVID. We might have to bring that back.
Okay. All right.
You
Well,
in?
you let me know,
You
Bob.
in? Okay, grant night. We're doing it again. Allie, I just ran into a photo the other day of you and I at the Rock and Roll Marathon.
Yeah.
At the start of the Rock and Roll, right before it kicked off.
I don't doubt that. We've been there a few times. All right. Well, this is fantastic. And congrats to Elijah Shultz, who is just inspiring people, and to you guys for being able to put this together, this piece for him, and have it air during the Super Bowl is just incredible. Bob, it's always good to see you.
Allie, thank you so much.
All right.